Hey, it's Paul from howtoplaybassdotcom. In today's lesson, we're going to learn a simplified version of the Sultans of Swing, Dire Straits, of course. Four main parts to learn. There's the intro, which is just an 8-bar vamp on D minor. Then we've got two different verse formats. One is 18 bars long, one's 20, and then there's the 4-bar riff that I'm sure you're familiar with. That riff there, and those four parts make up the entirety of the song. Now, to put them together, if you navigate to the website, go to the Sultans of Swing page that I'll put under the Songs tab. I'll do a roadmap so you can see how each of the different sections fit together so you can play through the whole song. While you're there, if you're not a subscriber to my free monthly easy, click on the link on the right hand side of the web page, go to the free bass lessons page, put in your email address and your name, and you get a free monthly lesson, video and PDF tutorial exclusive to the readers, plus you'll get a sequence of free video and PDF lessons over the next couple of weeks as a thank you for entrusting me with your email address. So go and do that, and we'll kick off the lesson with the intro. Okay, the intro is an 8-bar section, just kind of vamping on the D minor chord. Basic notes: we're going to play D, 5th fret of the A string, C, 3rd fret of the A string, and the open A string. So the first bar is just Ds. The second bar, you've got D, D, C, A, C. Then you've got a repeat of the same kind of pattern of the first bar. Just 3 Ds, and then the next bar you're going to play D, 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 C, A. So those 4 bars would be okay. Then the second 4 bars of the intro, for the 5th bar, just those 3 Ds again. 6th bar we're going to play this, which is D, D, C, A, C, A. 7th bar, just Ds, and there's another D at the end of that one. And then the 8th bar, that pattern again where we're going D, D, C, A, C, and that will lead us to the verse. I'll just play those second 4 bars. That will lead us to the verse, which of course is the next section. Just heard the verse 1 format. There's 2 formats of the verse. There's verse 1 and verse 2. Verse 1 is an 18-bar format. Verse 2 is a 20-bar format. It's kind of like the verse stroke chorus as well. It's not really a chorus, but if you know the song, you'll get it. And if you go to the Sultans of Swing page on my website, you'll find a roadmap which show you how to get through the song. Now, the first 8 bars of verse 1 and verse 2 are pretty much identical, so we'll go through those first. So the first 4 bars we're going to go play something pretty much like that. That kind of pattern, that kind of rhythm. Note-wise, we're going to play D, 5th fret of the A string, C, 3rd fret of the A string, B flat, 1st fret of the A string, and the open A string. So we're going, first bar is a D minor, so it's just D, and the second bar we're down to C, then down to B flat, then down to the open A. You've got that pickup note, it's the C again at the 3rd fret of the E string. So play that 4-bar pattern slowly. So it repeats that pattern. That'll be the first 8 bars of the verse. That pattern is consistent and identical whether you're on a verse 1 pattern or a verse 2 pattern. So when we do verse 2 in a moment, we won't go back over that. In verse 1, then we go up here to F, the 3rd fret of the D string. The next 4 bars is going to be something like this. And we'll just go through those notes. So you've got F, 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 C, D. F's 3rd fret of the D string, C and D, 3rd and 5th frets of the A string. Then the next bar, so you've got 3 F's again at the 3rd fret of the D string, then D, 5th fret of the A string, open A string, then you're down to C. So you're playing C, C, G, A, C, C, that's the 3rd fret of the A string, G, 3rd fret of the E string, A, the 5th fret of the E string, then the next bar, which is C, C, A, F. Now an easier way to play it might be use the open A string and then go down to the F at the 1st fret of the E string. That leads us to B flat. Be into verse 2. So those last 6 bars, you've got B flat, A, F, B flat, G, F, then up to D. So you've got D, 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 C, A, D. And those hits that you'll probably be familiar with are on B flat again. Then you're up to C. Last 3 notes which take you into the next verse. You go down from C to F, the 1st fret of the E string, G at the 3rd fret of the E string, open A, and that sets you up for the D, which is the first note of verse 2, or verse 1 if you're coming back to verse 1. Don't forget to go to the website to check out the format map to put all these parts together. So let's go look at verse 2. Okay, verse 2 is a 20 bar pattern. The first 8 bars are identical to what we had before. Repeat that. The next 4 bars are pretty similar, but we've got a nice little variation where on the F chord we can go down an octave. So the next 4 bars, the first bar is, which is F, F, D, C. F and F, 3rd fret of the D string, D, the 5th fret of the A string, C at the 3rd fret of the A string, then down to, which is F, F and G. F, the 2 F's, the 1st fret of the E string, G at the 3rd fret of the E string, then we're into 2 bars of C, where we're playing C, C, A, G, C, C, A, G. That G's the 3rd fret of the E string, the A's the open A string of course. Then we're into this, we're down to B flat. Let's go through that slowly. So we've got B flat, F, G, B flat, B flat, B flat, G, C, D, 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 C, A, D. You've got those stabs on B flat again, and then you're up to C. Back back down to the stabs on B flat up to C. Okay, so those last 4 bars you've got C, 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 3rd fret of the A string, then you've got C, stabs on the B flat again, back to C, and you're playing those C's, and then you've got the run again, F, G, open A, F and G 1st and 3rd frets of the E string, open A of course, and that leads you to the final pattern that we need to look at, which is the very distinctive kind of 2-bar riff. Once we've learnt that as well, then you can use all of these patterns to play through the entire song. So let's go and look at that final pattern, which is that 8-bar riff. Okay, the riff, it's an 8-bar riff or 4-bar riff repeated twice. Last kind of section we need to look at. You just heard it play with the Band in a Box sketch track. What you're doing is basically the core of the riff is, and I'll show you some ways to play through those notes and link them up a bit better. But literally, if you get that, then you can make up your own variations that will fit, and as long as you've got those sections in there, it will sound authentic. So start off with some D's at the 5th fret of the A string, down to C, 3rd fret of the A string, B flat, and then the first time I play something like that, which is, so after the first B flat you've got another B flat, then you've got F, G, 1st and 3rd frets of the E string, back to the B flat, then we go up to C, and what I was playing there is C, C, B flat, A, C, C, A, C. So those 4 bars. And the second 4 bars, just a tiny variation. Okay, so what I'm doing there is I'm playing D, 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 C, B flat, F, G, B flat, A. You should know all the note locations by now, and then back to C, C, which is C, C, B flat, A, C, C, A, C. But you can play, as I said, you can play just about anything from that B flat to the C, and you can connect the C's up with different variations, different rhythms, different notes. As long as you've got those bits, as long as you've got those bits in your line, the line will sound authentic. So if you put those sections together, you'll be able to play through the Sultans of Swing. Don't forget, on the website, on the Sultans of Swing page, there is a roadmap showing you how to put all the different sections together to play through the song in order.